All right, so with no further delay, let's get started on today's live webinar on the topic, what are the career opportunities if you have a degree in liberal arts? We have Professor Tanmay here today who will be telling us all about this. And right after his presentation, we will be jumping on to our exciting question and answer segment, wherein our esteemed faculty members will answer all your questions. And now, over to you, Dr. Tanmay.
Thank you so much, Suchi, for this wonderful opportunity here. And good afternoon, dear friends. Welcome to this webinar hosted by School of Liberal Arts, MIT World Peace University. So today's webinar is all about what are the career opportunities if you have a degree in liberal arts. This question has been grabbing all of us there, that what exactly can we do once we finish our degree in liberal arts. To take you through the presentation, let me tell you, it is going to be a wonderful journey to look at our campus, look at the facilities that we have, and how colorful our life is. So if you see, this is the Pune campus, the World Peace University campus that you will be joining, sure, if you have a liberal arts program at our university. At MIT World Peace University, the life is never dull. Every moment here is colorful, with full of vigor and excitement. Right from the faculty members, the students, the staff, and the management, everybody believes in unity in diversity, and no matter what, all of them come together to celebrate everything that happens on the campus. The life at the campus definitely is a colorful one, with a plethora of activities and different kind of facilities that is available on the campus. Right from the dean, right from the faculty members and the students, everybody is enthusiastic about each and every event that happens at MIT World Peace University. Not only events of regional and national repute, but international repute also is there, where our students get a chance to acquaint with the world-class leaders and noted journalists, TV anchors, musicians, music composers, and so on. We also host n number of art and literary exhibitions at our campus at World Peace University. As you can see, we have a lot of clubs that is being developed by all our students. All these clubs are student managed, and as I have been keep on telling you, the life at campus is never a dull moment. Right from being a writer's web member or a Atman's member, there's a photography club or a trip to the and there are different performances that keeps on happening at this campus. We also firmly believe in hands-on experience, hence there is a special emphasis on the fieldwork. Here are some glimpses where you can see what are the different kinds of facilities that is available, right from an auditorium, library, a computer lab, the meditation hall, and the sports arena. Also, not to forget the first class canteen facility for all our students who feel hungry due to the extensive curriculum that we run on the campus. Also, keeping in mind the physical fitness, we also have an in-house gymnasium that happens to be on our campus, where all students can avail this facility. MIT-WPU is also known for its social initiatives, and if you can see this picture, this is of Asia's largest dome that has been done at MIT Loni, and this is one of the prime icon of MIT World Peace University. Here are some noted national level events. Some of them are Bharatiya Chhatra Sansad, National Media Journalism, National Teachers Congress, National Women's Parliament. Also, apart from the physical and the social aspect of life, we also take care of the mental health aspect. So here we have the mental health awareness campaigns that runs throughout the year by School of Liberal Arts. If you must know about this liberal arts program, we also believe in providing you guys the international scenario aspect where you want to go out and explore what are the different facilities, what are the different academics that is available across. Hence, there is a program called as International Immersion Program. And my dear friends, for the first batch of BA Liberal Arts, it is going to be a fully sponsored program for them to a trip to wonderful and beautiful Europe for 10 to 14 days. Here are some glimpses of the previous programs of international repute that has happened at the School of Liberal Arts. Just the idea is to acquaint you with the global scenario and what are the different teaching pedagogies and facilities available worldwide. Also, not to forget, we are Indians and we must know much more than what we know already. So we must explore the various areas of national importance that we can visit. That's why the National Immersion Program is the right choice, where you can go and visit different parts of the country along with your friends and get acquainted yourself academically. A unique program called as Rural Immersion Program is a connect of the youth to the rural areas of India. According to this program, we take you out in the first year of your program to a village, a rural setup, where you need to stay with us and the villages for three days, where you will be acquainted with the village lifestyle and you know what are the different challenges, what are the different solutions, and what are the different strength areas that a rural area has. And this, my dear friends, is the right choice when you want to connect to the rural India. Hence, at BA Liberal Arts degree, you are also getting 6 additional certificates along with your degree, which are International Immersion, National Immersion, Rural Immersion, an internship certificate, World Peace Program certificates, and there are much more than this. And at the core of MIT-WPU's delivery is this academic rigor. When it comes to attendance, we definitely expect a minimum of 80% of attendance criteria, because we believe in true learning will happen only when you are in touch with your faculties, you are in contact, and you are experiencing the learning on daily basis. Moving on to particularly towards the program of BA Liberal Arts at MIT-WPU, here we are believing in creating multi-perspective and multi-skilled leaders. And why is it at MIT-WPU? Because here is where science, spirituality, technology, art, and spirituality meets the creativity and innovations. Let's have a quick overview, the bird's eye view of what is a BA Liberal Arts program all about. So here you have, this program is offered by School of Liberal Arts. The degree name is Bachelor of Arts, or in short we call it BA Liberal Arts. It is an undergraduate degree. The duration of this degree is 3 years. At MIT World Peace University, we follow a trimester pattern, my dear friends. A trimester means in a whole year, you will be having 3 terms. So in a total course of 3 years, you are going to have a total of 9 trimesters. And here's that interesting part. For the first batch of BA Liberal Arts, the intake for BA Liberal Arts is only 30. So if you see, the number of seats are very, very limited, but the opportunities are too many. There are many of you who are willing to apply for this program at MIT World Peace University. Coming to the fees for this program is 3,50,000 per annum, which is an annual fees, and also there are installment facilities available for this. Now you must be wondering what are the different specializations that we are offering and how you're going to make your subject choices. Here are some of the choices that we have: political science, psychology, English, geography, economics, managerial studies, event development, mass communication, legal studies, and social sciences. Apart from that, we are also going to offer in fine arts and travel and tourism management. Now, definitely the next question comes to your mind is, my dear friends, that what would be the assessment pattern? What kind of exams do we conduct? So there are 2 kinds of assessment. One is internal, which is continuous in nature, which has a weightage of 50%, and there is an external, or the term and trimester end examination, which has the weightage of 50%. Moving on, let's have a look at the program highlights, what exactly you will be doing on every year basis. Number one, first year you will be sensitized to the rural setup of the countries, hence the rural immersion program. Connecting back to the nature, we have the tree plantation, the trekking activity. There will be n number of, if you know, Pune is a city of historical importance. There will be a lot of field and local visits which will acquaint you with the rich history of our country. There will be a lot of cultural programs throughout the year which you can take part, and you can also pursue your passion here. There will be guest lectures and primary focus on the personality development in the year one. In the second year, we will be proposing a national tour, the National Immersion Program, various industrial visits so that you get to know how an organization works, what are the different components of an organization. There will be a lot of corporate-based guest lectures where the experts from various industries, they'll be coming up and they'll be looking and interacting with our students just like you. And there will be a soft skills training in the second year. In the third year, we are planning to have your international immersion program. But let me tell you, dear friends, there is a possibility that we might be able to pull up this program to the first year or second year, given that you show enthusiasm to take this opportunity ahead. There will be, since this is the final year, many of you might choose to apply abroad or apply in India for your masters, or you even apply for a job. Resume building becomes very important, and there will be a prime focus on the training based on resume building. Also, we will be grooming continuously about your interview skills. There will be definitely industrial visits, industrial talks, and there will be a placement assistance given by the School of Liberal Arts team. And let me tell you here, at MIT-WPU University, there is a central team which is known as Center for Industry Academia Partnership, which takes care and supervises all the placement training and internship related activities. So my dear friends, it is definitely true that you are going to be in safe hands once you decide to fill up the application form and process your entire selection procedure. Now, the next question that automatically arises, why BA Liberal Arts at MIT-WPU? So let me tell you, even though this looks like a dearth of space, but I have more reasons to tell you here. Okay, let's begin with the first one. The kind of curriculum that we have at MIT-WPU is interdisciplinary in nature. It involves around innovation, integration, and interdisciplinarism. Next, if you move ahead, all our faculty members, which I'm going to surely introduce from a moment from now, we all utilizes a unique pedagogy. It's going to be a various mix of teaching learning methods, which are technologically enabled. And let me tell you, at MIT World Peace University, all our classrooms are equipped with smart boards. So hence we are using a lot of technological tools to combine it with our regular teaching method and bring the best to you. Next, looking at the timetable, our timetable is not the boring ones that you see in other colleges or anywhere else in the world, not even in the school. We have a very integrated timetable which takes care of definitely your academics, your co-curricular interests, your extracurricular activities, and we also believe you all have to be socially responsible too. Hence, there are certain social responsibility initiatives which are also incorporated as part of your timetable. Looking at the experienced faculty, let me tell you, there is a plethora and wide variety of eminent academicians who are there on board with us, who keeps on visiting our college to give you the best in the industry. And our in-house faculties, there's a core team which is working continuously on the holistic development of each and every student on campus. To support you, we also believe that there are students who are meritorious and might need some assistance. So we have 100% tuition fee scholarship for the meritorious one. We'll be having a look at the scholarship details from a moment from now. And let me come to the next feature, which is the International Immersion Program. My dear friends, it's going to be a fully funded international immersion for the Golden Batch, the very first batch at School of Liberal Arts of BA Liberal Arts at MIT World Peace University. Apart from that, we run a lot of student engagement programs, apart from rural immersion, community engagement, and social responsibility activities. Moving ahead, let me introduce you to the academic leadership team for School of Liberal Arts. We have Dr. N.T. Rao, the Honorable Vice Chancellor for MIT-WPU University. We have Dr. R.M. Chitnis, who is the Pro Vice Chancellor of Faculty of Liberal Arts, Fine Arts, Media and Journalism. And next on the row, you have Dr. Anuradha Parashar, our Honorable Dean, Faculty of Liberal Arts, Fine Arts, Media and Journalism at MIT-WPU. In the Able Hands, we also have the faculty team ably led by our head of school, Dr. Preeti Joshi ma'am, who takes care of all the faculty members. And if you see right in the center, you will find me, Mr. Tausif, because I'm the program head for psychology, and right now I'm presenting to you. Some of you might have had a conversation with me before. Moving ahead, if you see, we have experts from management, from media studies, filmmaking, media, audiovisual production, fine arts, journalism, typography, advertising, classical vocal, international business, and so on. We also have certain professors of practice who visits a university on continuous basis. And let me tell you, like all these professors, they bring in the best curated curriculum for all of you. For example, Professor Dr. Joske Bundes, who comes down all the way from Netherlands, brings a special course called as Co-Creation in Youth for MIT-WPU students. And once you decide to join us and come to the campus, you will be definitely enjoying interacting with her. Moving ahead, a lot of visiting faculties and professors of practice who actually practice in the industry, but do come back to give something back to this industry of academia. And they acquaint you with what is the who's who and what is the, strategy to survive in the industry. Here, if you see, we have the panel of advisors from across the country and from all top-notch universities in India, where they are the sound support for School of Liberal Arts, and they provide us continuous guidance to make sure that we are on the right path. Right from academics, similarly, we have the industry experts also who takes care of every aspect, right from curriculum building to the delivery to taking care of the industrial visits. They help us. So experts from various areas, music, therapy, dance, and economics, and so on. There are different kinds of opportunity, and those academicians and these eminent people to us. If you remember, I was talking about the scholarship. This is Dr. Vishwanath Karar Merit Scholarship, which is given to students who have fulfilled these particular criteria, and there is 100% of waiver of the tuition fees. Moving ahead, there are other academic scholarships there at the School of Liberal Arts, MIT-WPU University, and all the eligible candidates who fulfill this criteria are eligible for this scholarship. Also, to remind you, we have installment facilities also available for your fees payment. Moving on to what all you are going to learn. There are different kinds of courses that we are here to offer. Number one, we are talking about the compulsory courses. So there are 3 kinds of compulsory courses. There are 10 foundation courses, there are 2 ability enhancement courses, and there are 2 skill enhancement courses. If you see, we want to give you a holistic perspective of the entire world. Here you will see the subject combination in such a way that we are trying to sensitize you about the global issues from multiple lenses. Also, in the digital and the continuous technological evolving world, we also believe that you need to be technologically advanced also. Hence, the digital literacy component is also there. Moving on, you must be wondering that what are the different major and minor choices that we might offer. Here is the list of the choices. Some of them are economics, English, psychology, geography, legal studies, fine arts, performing arts, social science, mass media, event development, political science, managerial studies, and travel and tourism management. Also, we have some this cluster related because we believe it, apart from academic knowledge, you also would like to pursue your passion of maybe language, maybe computers, maybe performing arts, and many more. So the idea is to offer you any one of the clusters, either performing arts, language, or computer science, any one choice of subject where you can pursue at least 4 levels in that particular subject. Let me tell you, this is very interesting where you can be learning about the world, also pursuing your passion. This kind of combination is rare being offered at the academic curriculum. Here are some experiential component apart from your regular rigorous academic activities. The experiential learning, the open courses, the co-curricular courses, and some hands-on experience. Move on, if you remember, we talked about these courses in the additional certification. Here are some of the offerings at us. At MIT World Peace University, the World Peace component courses are one of the unique ones being curated. Okay, this is, you will not find these kind of courses anywhere in the world, and these are something to acquaint you with our rich cultural heritage and history of India, and how you can utilize this knowledge better and better in holistic development of yourself. If you see, yoga is a compulsory component for your entire curriculum, and it is a compulsory program for all the undergraduate programs at MIT World Peace University. So here, if you see, we are taking care of you at 4 levels: physical, mental, cognitive, emotion, and social. Now I'll just take you through that what are the different subject offerings that we have. If you see, each and every major that we are offered, there is n number of courses and that is available under that particular major minor, which you can choose as a major or minor. Here you have English and psychology, then you have managerial studies, event development and mass media, followed by legal studies, social science, and travel and tourism. We are also in process to bring in the courses of fine arts as well in applied arts. Moving on to the question of, how do we provide our industry visits and the continuous interaction with the industry. This is done by through various programs. One of them is the internship program. For BA Liberal Arts, their internship component is a compulsory component. All you will have to undergo internship. And just some glimpses of the companies and the organization that we are currently associated with, and I am sure in the coming week, month, and the year, we'll be having much more on the plethora or platter of this. Now, the most important slide of the day, what are the various career prospects when you join, if you join this degree program in BA in Liberal Arts. So if you see, my dear friends, I am at loss of space. I could not fit a lot of opportunities here. And if you see, there is a cafeteria approach here. The kind of career you want to choose will be multi-skilled, multi-perspective, and multitasking in nature. So what you need to do is have your rational right, choose the correct combination of major and minor as per your interest and your knowledge, and you will see there is a ample amount of opportunity. Some of them are being academician, journalist, research assistant, budget analyst, academic content developer, e-learning developments, art trainers, academicians, advertising copywriters, art curators, media researchers, social media managers, and so on. So my dear friends, the sky is not at all a limit for somebody who decides to join BA Liberal Arts program. Usually what happens, let me tell you, when it comes to an arts degree, people feel it is just the last option. But we are going to change this perception, because BA Liberal Arts is going to be the most demanding program in the coming years, where every organization wants a multitasking individual who's socially sensitive, whose knowledge-wise high, and who loves his work and carries out his daily task passionately. So dear friends, this is where your crux of the today's webinar is, which is talking about the various career prospects. Moving on, if you decide to do your master's in a particular domain, after that, there are ample opportunities that is available for you, and you can pursue your master's in both the major and the minor that you opt for. Now you must be wondering that how soon and when and how can I join this program at the earliest. Let me take you through the admission process. This is the entire flow chart that is available on our website. If you happen to type in School of Liberal Arts MIT-WPU, you must go to program details and check this flowchart in detail and study this. I will take you through the selection process quickly, which will give you a little understanding of how we are going to go ahead. Here, if you can see, there are two sections. One is the eligibility. The eligibility section particularly talks about what is the basic eligibility that is required for us to become part of BA Liberal Arts. All you have to do is secure 50% aggregate marks and above with the English as a compulsory subject in your 12th grade. Also, this is available for those who are pursuing 3 years diploma. Okay, and this eligibility is same for all Maharashtra state candidates, outside Maharashtra state candidates, and the foreign nationals. Moving on to the selection process altogether, many of you have already heard this already. Let me reiterate. Our selection process is very rigorous at BA Liberal Arts. Here we are having a three-stage selection process. In this three-stage selection process, the stage number one is a psychometric assessment. In this, there is no weightage given to this particular stage. Only thing we want to know, how do you function? That there is nothing wrong or the right answer in the psychometric test. Stage number two is very important, where you have to submit a statement of purpose. Once you finish your registration, which is on since 1st of January 2020, you will receive an email from us with the details of what exactly the statement of purpose is. And let me tell you, my friends, it comprises of 50 marks of the weightage for your selection. Once you finish stage one and stage two, you move on to stage number three, which talks about a personal interview. This personal interview will be conducted by a panel of faculty members at School of Liberal Arts, and you will be marked upon various kinds of criteria, coming to total of 50 marks. So in total, your selection will be based on fulfillment of all the three stages and securing a particular marks in stage two and stage three. Based on the performance of stage 2 and stage 3, you are going to be part of the selection list that we are going to put. Now let me tell you what you can do. You might be uncertain that, because of this whole corona situation, what am I going to do, what are the selection process and all. Do not worry, we have covered everything online. All the facilities that you see is available online for us. As long as you can connect to us on email through any of the channels, you will be able to reach out to us with this process. Okay, all the psychometric assessment, a link will be sent to you on email. The statement of purpose, you will receive the guidelines on email. You will submit the statement of purpose on email, followed by the personal interview will be conducted through Google Meet, Skype or Zoom or WebEx, any of the facilities that is available on both the ends, and it is again going to be an online facility. So my dear friends, there's nothing to worry. All you can do is go ahead, apply for this program and become part of the selection process. Why? Because we have already started with the first round of selection process, and we will be soon starting with the second round. And if you remember, we just have 30 seats for this particular unique program at MIT-WPU University. You do not want to miss this chance, my dear friends. Moving on to what are the important dates that we have. So the applications have been live from 1st of January. The last date of admissions is 10th of June. Again, it is subject to revision based on the results and the examination that are still pending. We have planned an induction and orientation program on 6th and 7th of July, and our classwork is going to begin from 8th of July. So if you see, my friends, we are all set to receive you here with our arms open to start with this BA Liberal Arts program. Now moving on, you must be wondering and see that how do I contact you back? Why if I decide to join this program? My dear friends, just visit our university website, mitwpu.edu.in, and in the admission section you will find School of Liberal Arts. You must apply for BA Liberal Arts. Also, 4 magic words that you can type on Google and reach out to us immediately. Number one, you use BALA, for BA Liberal Arts. You type in MIT-WPU because you're applying at MIT-WPU, and you say admission 2020. Also, if you want, just put application. These 4 keywords are sufficient to ensure that you reach at the right link. Also, we'll provide if you happen to choose WhatsApp as a medium, here is the contact details where you can reach out to us.
Okay, great. I think that was a
Hello.
brilliant and a very detailed presentation from Dr. Tanmay. Dear students, you can see the plethora of opportunities and exposure that awaits you in this great BA Liberal Arts program. So go ahead to admissions.mitwpu.edu.in and send in your applications to us. Don't delay this process. The earlier you are in the process, the better, of course, you are positioned to make it through, simply because it allows us a chance to get in touch with you personally and guide you through the rest of the admissions process. All right, dear students, another quick number that you do want to make a note of is our WhatsApp number that we are actually, that is now operational, so that we can personally communicate with you even after this webinar should you have any further questions. So go ahead and save that number. It's 9881 492 848. I repeat, it's 9881 492 848. And now, with no further delay, let's get into our exciting question and answer round, for which we will be joined by Professor Anuradha Parasar, and we will also be joined by Preeti ma'am. Okay, so I can see that we have lots of questions from all our students. Preeti ma'am, if I can ask you to quickly come on video as well for our students. Yes, and so we're going to get started on this round now. Okay, our first student is asking us, if I want to do psychology honors, then what is the degree that I would have to apply for? Would it be BA Liberal Arts or psychology?
So I'll respond to that. Good evening, everyone. I'm Professor Anuradha Parashar. I'm Dean for School of Liberal Arts, School of Fine Arts, School of Media and Journalism, and School of Performing Arts. So hearty greetings, and more importantly, welcome to the world of liberal arts. So coming to the question that if you wish to pursue, psychology, should you apply for BA Liberal Arts or BA Honors Liberal Arts? So we have both the option. Option one for the present program which we are talking about, this is BA Liberal Arts program, where you get the option of major in psychology. So, and we also have BA Honors program, which is a specialized program and give you specialized knowledge only about psychology. So the difference between the two programs is that BA Honors Psychology is specialized in nature. Other than psychology, you will not get any opportunity to study any other discipline or any other knowledge or domain areas. Whereas when you are opting for BA Liberal Arts, there you can have the combination of psychology plus you may think for event development or management, or you can go for cluster electives which can be in computer science. Like that, it depends what exactly you are looking for at this stage. So both programs cater to the requirement of psychology, but the mode of delivery is different. One is just giving you a very uniform or unilinear specialized knowledge about psychology, and the other is giving you an integrated knowledge and interdisciplinary knowledge in conjunction with psychology and various other streams which are in offer by MIT-WPU University. And the career option for both are same. In case you are thinking that I would want to go for psychology, that one key which is there in BA Honors Psychology, that one key you get this key of psychology you are getting in equal respect and equal level of courses as BA Liberal Arts Psychology. But in addition to that, in Liberal Arts program, you are also getting another key to go for your career path, which can be in the management, which can be in the legal studies, which can be in performing arts or fine arts. So that's the difference between the two programs. You may opt for honors as well as liberal arts. But in case you are multitask, so there it is just directing you towards one career path and progression specialized in psychology. But if you want to be a leader, multitask, multi-skill leader with psychology as one of the key in your hand to open diverse areas and field, then liberal arts. But if you want to be just specialized with one unifocused approach, and just then honors. So that's the difference between the two. You are getting both the options available in honors as well as in liberal arts. But since we are talking right now about BA Liberal Arts program, you get a very integrated interdisciplinary knowledge to approach a problem from various perspectives and angle, as was also pointed out by Haldar sir, that you get multiple lenses in your hand, and then you analyze that same problem from multiple angles, and then you try to come to a solution. So, so you, I suggest you please make a comparative analysis between the two. This leads you as a different multiple keys in your hand as a leader with multi skills, and that is making you as a specialized in that area. Yeah.
Okay, great. Thank you so much, ma'am, for that detailed response. In a short time, just in a few minutes' time, dear students, we will also be showcasing our Word document to you, wherein we have accumulated a few frequently asked questions from our students, and we have given you the answers to that. So, if you want to quickly check that out, you can do that. It'll be on the screen very shortly. All right, our next question. I can see there are quite a few students, I think, who've already applied, and they're very curious as to the next steps. So we have one student asking us, I have received an email that my SOP has been received. My statement of purpose has been received by you, but there is nothing written about the interview. When will that be held?
Okay, so congratulations first of all, in case you have cleared first two stages. So and it seems that stage two statement of purpose you have submitted. Very shortly you'll be given the options and the dates which you can block based on your convenience, and so there's some time which we have given to these prospective candidates to submit us the SOP, and very shortly you'll be receiving an email from us with few options about date which you can block, and accordingly your interview panel will be interacting with you.
Okay, awesome. Our next student is asking us, is there an entrance exam for the psychology honors program?
Okay, so this question is more about honors program. I think that student is actually confused, and for sure at the end of this session, I hope that he will be clear which one to go for, and more importantly, he should first make out and talk to oneself what actually he's wanting for. So now coming to the psychology honors, the selection for psychology honors is based on 12th score. So merit list is prepared on the basis of 12th score. There's no entrance exam for that. However, for BA Liberal Arts, and in case you are intending to go for psychology as one of the major, so BA Liberal Arts program, as pointed out, there's the selection process. There's stage one, which comprises of psychometric assessment, stage two, which comprises of submission of statement of purpose, and stage three is interview process. Once a student clear all these three stages, then he is offered provisional admission subject to fulfilling the eligibility criteria, which is submission of 12th score mark sheets. So there was one question which I could make out, the student was asking my 12th result. We are aware that 12th results are not declared, and it will of course take some time. So here the selection criteria is independent of your 12th marks. It is just the eligibility. You should have minimum 50% marks in your 12th standard, or and your selection is based on these three stages and subject to clearance of these three stages successfully. That's just an eligibility to enter, and just eligibility criteria. It has no bearing with the selection process. You should just have 50% as the scores in your 12th, and to be eligible for your scholarship, of course, you should be having some academic merit 85% and above, and if you are having 95% and above in 12th and 90% and above in your 10th, you might have noted in the presentation that you get 100% scholarship on the tuition fee for all 3 years. That's really great. And otherwise also, if you just recheck this maybe the link when it is shared, or you may visit our website, the scholarship is there for all eligible candidates who are scoring above 85%. So that's the answer to your query, and I hope you got the clarity on that.
Okay, great. Our next student, Virender, asks us, does MIT-WPU have any MOUs with any international reputed institutes? And what are the mutual exchange programs available for students of this degree?
Okay, so that's a really great question. So at MIT World Peace University, we have a very dedicated and a very robust, cell, you may say, international division, which we call as. And you will be happy to learn that every year we are, this year also, if I talk about the statistics, and if you go on our website, there was innovative approach, and in that, if you just click on this international thing, so you'll get some statistics about international division and their activities. So almost 3,000 students, they had gone for international immersion program. And just because of this COVID and all, we have to postpone our international trip to various university. So we have MOU with all top leading university which you can think of who are in QS ranking. MIT World Peace University is having tie up with them for our student international immersion program. And we are now also working on twinning programs. Supposing after BA Liberal Arts you wish to pursue your higher study, post-graduation studies in some university abroad, so our international division will also facilitate you with that process of admission and transfer to other university. So all, whatever are the requirement with reference to international immersion program or international study. Supposing after international immersion program, now you yourself intend to go for some summer term project or summer term program at some other university abroad, and you have identified that you are getting some scholarship, then our international division will facilitate that, so that happens very smoothly for you.
Okay.
I suggest you please go to our website and visit the link and just click on international thing under innovative approaches, and you'll be given the full statistics for this academic year, that how many student has gone for international immersion program.
Okay, wonderful to hear that. I think students, you should definitely check out and explore our website a little more to know the plethora of opportunities that the BA Liberal Arts program is offering you. We have some very interesting and questions coming, continuing and coming in our Q&A section. So dear students, once again, go ahead and keep asking us your questions. As you know, right now is the time to do it, since we are taking it up with our esteemed faculty members. I would love to have Preeti ma'am as well join us for this next question here. Harshal asks us, what is the general cutoff for the English Honours program?
Yes, Suchi. Can you repeat the question, please?
For sure. Ma'am, Harshal is asking us, what is the general cutoff for the English Honours program?
Yeah, I'm happy to answer this question. But as ma'am said, students are getting confused between two degrees. We do have two programs in the School of Liberal Arts. One is BA Honors program, where we have specializations in English, psychology, and political science only. Only 3 specializations are available in BA Honors program, where we are talking about now BA Liberal Arts program. That's very unique, very different, where plethora of specializations are available, including whatever traditional courses I talked about: economics, English, political science, social sciences. But at the same time, we have managerial studies, we have performing arts, we have fine arts, we have mass media. So you name the subject, that is available in liberal arts. So if you are talking about BA Honors program, as ma'am said, it's on merit basis, and cutoff, it differs, it varies. per year results. So it depends, like if cutoff last year was 85, then this year cutoff might be different. So it is totally based on the result system of that particular year. So here, if you talk about liberal arts, you need to go through entrance examination where psychometric assessment test, then you need to write SOP and then interview. So if you're talking about BA honors program, generally cutoff is more than 75% for English and political science, and for psychology is always more than 85 to 90%. I hope I have cleared your question, student.
I'm sure you have, ma'am, and thank you so much once again for clearing that up. Okay, our next question is from a student who's asking us, do you ensure placements for every course?
Yes, definitely. I'm very happy to see this question because I can see the CIAP, Central Industry and Academia Collaboration. The team is working continuously, relentlessly on it. And as ma'am said, 100% internships are done for all our students for BA honors. And now for liberal arts also, we have IACC team who will definitely provide them internship for sure, and 100% placement assistance is provided over here. So this is really a unique feature of BA Liberal Arts program where internship is compulsory, which carries 6 credits, and where the support is given by in-house faculties as well as central team of MIT-WPU University.
Okay.
I would like to supplement here a few
Yes,
points.
ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
So, in majority of the organization for BA Liberal Arts, usually they don't take the responsibility. This is what we have also seen, that they don't take the responsibility for placement assistance and all. But MIT World Peace University and this program in itself, the way it has been designed, we facilitate and we take the responsibility for placement assistance. And as rightly pointed out by Dr. Preeti, we have a very dedicated, committed placement assistance cell who helps student for internship as well as placement. Not only that, even soft skill grooming, your interview skills. And supposing some students say I'm not good in communication skills, so there are specialized session organized for such students that they overcome whatever challenges they are having, whether it is communication skills or whether it is stage fear. So those soft skills are also equally taken care, that at the end of 3 years the organization are really keen and looking forward to the students who are coming from MIT World Peace University and BA Liberal Arts program. And at time it is a very tough situation for us because we have tie-up with all the industries. So it happened that some of the media houses, they approached us and they wanted almost 30 students in the middle of the academic year. And we said, no, you need to wait for 6 months, then only we can give you the student. So that is the kind of pressure sometimes we face from industry, that they are so keen and keenly waiting for our student to be, clearing their graduation so that they can absorb in their industries. Yes.
Yeah, one more point I just want to add to whatever ma'am said. Internship, yes, 100% assistance is provided. And at the same time, I'm happy to share the last year's details that majority of the students, they got paid internship. And some of the students for 45 days paid internship they got, and range is between 20 to 30,000 rupees, 20,000 to 30,000. And that was great boost for them. They are employable, they are entering into the world of job successfully. So that moral is boost up such internship kind of practices here in MIT World Peace University.
All right, students, you
across all
heard it
3 years.
firsthand.
Yes.
I just want to supplement one more point.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so of course there are 3 summer terms, so 2 summer terms which they get, and third year of course final placement. So they get opportunity to avail this internship or summer term, which open up the industry doors for them. And presently also good number of students after their classes, they are working and they are associated with industries which we only have facilitated. They are working with media houses, fine arts, organizations, and some of them are working with NGOs. Depending on the interest of the student, that is facilitated. Yes.
Okay, great. So multiple opportunities there for internships with 100% support provided by the faculty and other support systems of the university. All right, dear students, moving on to our next question, Vikasini asks us, how many subjects in a year and how many are optional or electives? I know that's a long question probably to answer because she's literally asking the syllabus. And Vikasini, I do want to mention that our syllabus is put up on our website, so you should definitely check that out. But ma'am, if you can just give us quick highlights.
Quickly I'll say, and I will request Dr. Preeti to supplement in case she wish to. So see, in a so academic year it is divided into 3 trimester. So as compared to other organization where it is just semester system, so student get opportunity to study 10 to 12 subjects in a year. Here you get the opportunity to study minimum 18 subjects. That means plus 6 in a year. So, and in a trimester, depending on the way it has been spaced, you will be getting 6 minimum courses for your study in a trimester, ranging from 18 credits to 20 or 24 credits, depending on what are the courses. But that would be the load, study load or academic load in a trimester. But what I want to tell you here is that 6 courses extra in a year. That means 18 or 14 to 18 courses in 3 years time, you are having advantage over other organization where semester system is prevalent. So that is something very unique about MIT World Peace University, that we follow trimester system. And in spite of having this much of credit load, the trimester is coming very light because 18 credit or 23 credits. And so students really enjoy the way the curriculum is designed and structured, and the way it is, the balanced from difficulty level. So we have taken all care that if this subject is in economics or let's say maths or some quantity, some very typical, then it is balanced with some very interesting subjects so that you can equally get benefit of all the courses. Yeah.
Yes, I just want to, yes, ma'am. Actually, that's really a wonderful question. I always love to answer this question because the kind of efforts and we have put up in developing this course is plethora. We all had awestruck to see the course basket which we are providing here in liberal arts. So obviously students will get confused and they'll say that, oh my, so many subject and how many like the minimum credits or minimum subject we should go ahead. So I'll tell you that on the website we have course structure, subject structure available, program structure is available. You can go through it. Multiple options are there, permutation combinations are there. Based on that, what is minimum, what is maximum, that is displayed over there. But here in short, I'll tell you that BA Liberal Arts, there you need to earn minimum 120 credits with specific subjects. Here, Tanmay sir showed one slide. In that you must have seen that we have foundation courses, we have major, we have minors, core electives, general electives, cluster electives, AECC, ability enhancement compulsory courses, experiential learning courses, and so many. So in that we need to see which are compulsory and where the options are available. So foundation, AECC and SEC, they are compulsory courses. We need to go for all 14 courses, including foundation, AECC and SEC, as I said. And then major, minor, you have options available. Major, it ranges from 8 to 12 9 to 12 courses, where minor it ranges from 6 to 8. So you have that option how many minor you can go ahead with. I'll give you an example. If you want to go ahead with major psychology, so there you have an option whether you are going to go with 9 subjects of psychology or 12 subjects of psychology, when there are very many complementing subjects are available in cluster electives in minors also. Being psychology, if you feel that yes, music or dance might help or complement to my major subject, so we have dance therapy, dance movement therapy, then music therapy courses available. So you can opt those courses, and the beauty of this course is you can customize your course. So options are very much available, but minimum is 120 credits you need to earn with specification given on the website. You can check it out. Thank you. Over to you, Suji.
Okay, great. Dear students, once again, you heard the kind of choices really that are available to you. So go on, and check out admissions.mitwpu.edu.in and select the program of your choice. You will find BA Liberal Arts there, and go on and send in your admissions applications to us so that we can take this further ahead with you and help you come to this amazing degree, which promises such amazing career prospects as well as opportunities. All right, last few more questions that we're trying to squeeze in today's webinar. Um, okay, our next student is asking us, in fact, as to highlight some of the key career prospects that are open to them and the kinds of packages that they can expect after graduating from this program.
So question is career prospects, Suchi, if I understand.
Yes, career prospects.
Okay, so I'll help you understand that again. So the career prospects are, if you really ask me, career prospects. So as I told you, there are multiple keys which comes in the hand of the student when they do BA Liberal Arts. So the choices for careers are wide open. And this degree in liberal arts, actually it is foundation for lifelong learning. And the core aim of degree is to equip student with a thorough understanding of various fields and skills. So I just want to, just talk about that all industries, all areas, all sectors, they widely open their arms to welcome liberal arts students because they are liberal artists. I just want to quote Steve Jobs here. He says, and this is very, very famous statement and a very common statement which is often acknowledged in the name of Steve Jobs. And he says that it is Apple's DNA that technology alone is not enough. It is technology married with liberal arts, married with humanities, yield us the result that makes our heart sing. So you can understand that all areas, all fields, they are open for student who do degree, the undergraduate degree from liberal arts, whether it is media, whether it is literature, arts, lawyer, education sector, civil services, or management related, whatever career progressions are there, NGOs, BPO, even medical field. So plethora of areas and field, whether it is content development, whether it is digital marketing, human resource associate, or technical writers. That's, in fact, you find that, when people from other degrees or when they have some other degree in their hand, maybe from professional area, and this BA Liberal Arts student, when they start, probably to begin with, they may be at the same, or the professional person may be getting somewhat more. But when you progress further in the hierarchy, higher up, you'll find that liberal arts person is going on the top position, and somewhere that stagnancy is there with those other kinds of degree which we have. Then now coming further, if you opt for this, advisory position, policy making, analyst, then PR officers, you can go for campaigning, counseling, and if you are really interested and you go for major minor combination in such a way that you take media, journalism and mass communication, and you take management. So advertising area gets open for you. You can go for becoming a visual artist, illustrator, graphic designer. Why to ignore events and publicity? Photography is also one of the very important area where we find that our students really they prefer, and liberal artists are really in great demand. Exhibition designs, set designs, and if you are really thinking for very creative field and you get a combination of fine arts with some, let's say, travel and tourism or management studies and some combination which you have taken, then the designer, then multimedia artists, then typographers, packaging industry, designing, all those things get open for you. And if you take media in conjunction with, let's say, English literature, then the scope again is very unlimited. You have the scope of print media, electronic media, social media, and the job can be editing, reporting, social media management, advertising. You can have your own news channel in case media plus management is your major minor combination. So that's what the areas are wide open, and that's why we were really finding difficult to fit in within 2-3 slides you know, the all all areas are open to liberal artists actually. Everyone, including I missed performing arts, you
Yes,
know,
yes.
that we just didn't emphasize, but we have cluster elective, and going forward it will be also one of the major. So as a performing artist in Bharatnatyam or Kathak or some instrument, you are a person in yourself with whatever career progression you want to go on with. So it is all combination, you know, between major and minor, and you will get multiple keys in your hand. Now it is on to the student when to use which key for which path. Yeah. So
Right,
that
ma'am.
was
Thank you so much.
describers.
Can I
Yeah.
can I add 30 seconds over here? What ma'am said?
Absolutely. And ma'am, if you could also give me quick few seconds, because a lot of students also want to know the kind of packages that they can expect in their careers after this degree. So maybe just a couple of sentences on that as well.
Okay,
Okay,
yeah,
so
sure, sure. Okay,
so supposing if it is if I take media, so it will be if and in case the person has decided to go for a career option in media, then so it will be somewhere from 4 lakh to 6 lakhs or 8 lakhs to begin with. Right now, our students are on paid internship in a good number of media organization. Yeah, it's internship. It's not even final placement. So they were getting around 20,000 or 15,000 and 10,000, depending on organization where they got the internship. So it would be somewhere between 4 to 6, or and if they excel really well, then they can actually bargain with the organization.
All right. We
I
are
just want to
completely out
add.
of time, but Dr. Preeti, last thoughts, please.
Yes, 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 for sure. Ma'am has given clear picture, almost 100% clear. I just want to tell that when you talk about internship placements or packages, liberal arts itself says that we create multi-talented, multi-perspective professionals over here. So obviously they'll have an edge over other professionals, because at the same time they'll be having more than 3 specializations with them. So scope will be definitely wider. If psychology person goes, then only specialization in psychology, that limits the scope. But where in liberal arts, along with psychology, they have dance movement, they have performing arts, so their scope will definitely be wider. And I'm happy to share that the last question, what is the package that student can expect? So our chart of packages is getting increasing by year. So first year, 3 years back, it was 4, then last year it was 5.7. So definitely, as ma'am said, range is between 4 to 6 last year. So definitely we can expect good range for our students who are looking for employment. Over to you, Suchi. Thanks.
Perfect. I think, students, we could not have left this webinar on a more promising note. As you heard, excellent packages that are being offered. The career opportunities are absolutely, the sky is not even the limit, I would say. And you heard all the different areas and the avenues where you can step foot after your pursuing a degree, the BA in Liberal Arts at MIT World Peace University. On that note, students, you know what to do next. Get into admissions.mitwpu.edu.in. Send in your applications to us for the BA Liberal Arts program, so that we can get in touch with you earlier than later and guide you as to the rest of the selection process. I'm sure you've heard it before, but you know that there are no entrance exams for this program. There are 3 stages of selection process, and one of them is submitting your statement of purpose, followed by a personal interview. And given the uncertain times that we are in with the COVID-19 pandemic and the lockdown of our country, we are relentlessly working to ensure that the entire admissions process, including the personal interview, if there is a need, will be taken online. So do not worry. Let me assure you that we are working relentlessly to take care of that. On that note, dear students, I will be launching the student feedback poll for all of you to share your feedback for today's webinar. If you found this helpful, do let us know. So let's get on to that student feedback poll as of now. Go on and share your thoughts and let us know what you thought about today's webinar. and we will be coming back to you with more planned webinars to ensure that we meet all your requirements and answer all your questions. And dear students, I hope this was very, very helpful for you. Go on and explore our website, and we are calling it a day today. Thank you so much once again to the esteemed faculty members who joined us for this webinar, and also to all of you, dear students, for making the time to be here with us on today. And I wish you a lot of safety. Please stay home, stay indoors, and we will be in touch with you shortly. Thank you so much.